Hi, Warda. Nice to see this new essay from you. Good work. It's so important to work and write as much as you can in order to prepare for IELTS. So great job with these. Let's take a look and see what you wrote. Some people think that schools have to be more entertaining, while others think their sole purpose is to educate. Which do you agree with? Here's what you had to say. A lot of people believe that schools' role, you want here an apostrophe after schools, should be limited to educational purpose. Okay, now, this is something that needs either, best would be with an S here to make it plural, should be limited to educational purposes. Well, other people think that schools must expand their function to be more entertaining. I strongly believe that schools should ensure to provide students with both education and entertainment. In this essay, we'll discuss both views by using examples, plural, to demonstrate the point. Fine. Okay, moving on to your body paragraphs now. School's role in society, again, it's possessive, so you need an apostrophe after the S. So, school's role in society is very vital for human development because it is the only place where students can learn a variety of things. Now, the word you want here is variety. Careful, because these are two nouns that exist, but they're spelled differently. So, when you make spelling errors like this, it reduces the coherence of your essay. So be careful when you misspell a word and actually create another word that already exists. All right, so for example, subjects like math, technology, okay, you only have two, so you don't need a comma here. It could just be subjects like math and technology can equip students with the knowledge required to help them choose their career path in the future. Not only that, it can help them solve problems. What is it referring to here? Do you mean school? Now, if you do mean school, you really should write it again because the last place you mentioned it was all the way up here in the beginning of your paragraph, and you've had so many nouns in between this and the word it that it's not really clear to the reader what it refers to. Okay, so suddenly if you say, not only that, schools can help them solve problems. See, it becomes much clearer. To illustrate this, a study showed that technology courses at schools have developed the technical ability, because it's courses, have developed the technical ability of students to fix small errors they face when using technological devices. Okay, great. On the other hand, it is undeniable that schools can be a dual tool for both education and entertainment. This, in particular, will make the learning process more enjoyable. I think I would have separated these two. I would have made this a separate sentence. So full stop here, capitalize this, and then no comma is necessary. Just this in particular will make the learning process more enjoyable, such as languages teachers who use songs and games to teach students languages like Spanish, French, and German. Now here you have to be careful. This isn't actually a full sentence. This is just a fragment. Okay, there's really no verb here. I mean, it's missing a verb, so it's not a full sentence here, so you have to revise that a little. To give a clear example, a report conducted by the Ministry of Education in Germany, this is a title, so you need to capitalize Ministry of Education, indicates. Now, why should it be indicates here? Because it's a report. A report indicates, or indicated, either way, that 45% of students who were exposed, this needs to be passive voice, to entertainment activities. Again, please be careful because this is a word that exists, but you mean a different form of it. You mean activities. Okay, so students who were exposed to entertainment activities while learning were more able to understand lessons easily. Therefore, schools must not neglect activities, again, in class. Also, you want to say something like enjoyable or pleasurable activities in class, because even doing exercises and studying and doing tests can be considered activities. Okay, so specify what kind of activities you mean. To conclude, schools are an integral part of the education system. This is a nice vocabulary word here, nice collocation, integral part, but you do need a the. From the examples I gave, careful with your spelling, I firmly think that schools should mix education with funny activates to facilitate the learning process. Okay, obviously you mean activities here, but you don't actually mean funny. Funny is something that makes us laugh. I think the word that you really want to say here is fun activities. activities, which is just a synonym for enjoyable. Okay, so you can see clearly there's a difference between fun and funny. The word fun is much more appropriate here. Alrighty, so let's move on. Doing an enjoyable activity with a child can develop better skills and more creativity than reading. To what extent? This should say here. Do you agree? Here's what you had to say about that. It is commonly argued that playing an existing activity with a kid can be useful than reading for developing better skills. Okay, a couple little problems here. I don't think you mean existing activity. I think you mean something else, but I'm not sure what word you meant. And then you're missing something that shows comparison. You've got the than, but you're missing more. So, can be more useful than reading for developing better skills. I think that reading rather than playing can improve a variety of abilities in children. Full stop, and then capital. In this essay, I will discuss why reading is important to children. Okay, fine. I think better would be important for children. There's a difference between important to children and important for children. Important for children is more appropriate here. You can look up how they differ. You can look that up online. Okay, reading activities can be beneficial for children's minds. So apostrophe S and then here plural. Such activities can be developed through reading. For example, reading a book for a child can enhance their ability to imagine things, which is something important for children to have. Okay, let's see what happens here. All right, such activities can be developed through reading. Full stop. For example, capital, reading a book to a child can enhance their ability to imagine things, which is important for children not to have, but to do. Okay, that you want them to be able to imagine things. So it's important for children to do. Unless, yeah, the ability, they have the ability. All right, well, okay, but still there are enough other errors with the sentence. So you could have said for children to have, but I would have preferred to do. Imaginativeness. Okay, you can also say imagination, which is probably a better choice here. Imagination can help children to envisage what their future would be, helping them working hard towards achieving their dream. All right, there's a little lack of clarity here. What their future would be by helping them work hard to achieve their dreams. I mean, you've got this helping and then you've got this working, so it's a little unclear to me. Maybe that's what you meant, what their children would be by helping them work hard. I think that's what you mean, although I'm not 100% sure. To give a clear illustration, 75% of successful businessmen in the United States said that imagination skills help them to reach their ultimate goal in life. Hence, reading can give children skills skills that can be useful for the future. Lovely. Another reason why reading is more vital for children. Okay. Here you're missing something. There is another reason why reading is more vital for children than enjoyable activities. This is because it can develop their communication skills. Wrong spelling of there. You meant the other there, the one that shows possession. If a child is learning a new language like Spanish, Italian, Spanish or Italian, reading books in these languages will stimulate, you wanted the verb here, but you wrote the noun, will stimulate children's ability to learn new words. Also, the child will use these new words in a new sentence structure through communicating, wrong spelling here, with others. To illustrate this, comma, lowercase a study conducted at, I don't know what this is supposed to be, Columns University showed that reading is an effective method to learn a new language quickly. Moreover, reading habits for kids can be beneficial for improving logical thinking and can be beneficial for improving logical thinking and getting new knowledge. Here it's no K, all right, just new knowledge. Reading a book in other languages, S, will be a chance to recognize new cultures and new traditions of certain countries. Fine. To conclude, reading to let's try this again. Reading to children, okay, can develop various skills such as linguistic skills, imagination skills. All right, again, so you only have two, so there's no reason for a comma. We only use a comma if you've got 3 or more. Okay, and but here we only have 2, so it should just be linguistic and imagination skills. All right, so let me try the sentence again. To conclude, reading to children can help develop various skills such as linguistic and imagination, in which they can use, not in which, but which they can use in a way to achieve their dreams. Okay? I strongly believe that reading is more beneficial than playing for kids, especially in their early years of growing. Try not to use the word kids in these essays, all right? We definitely prefer children. Kids is a little more conversational, a little informal, so we avoid it, okay? Nice job. It's a very good first 2 essays. So keep on writing. If you haven't already created an error correction list, please do so. So correct these essays based on the suggestions made in this video. Add the errors to your error correction list, and then of course send them back with your new essays. This should be done within the next 24 hours so that you can really apply everything you've been learning. Okay, so with that, great job, and I will be looking forward to more of your essays.